welcome to Speak Seeds, where transformation and inspiration is expectation. Jason Thomas here, and we're in Atlanta talking to business owners, entrepreneurs about their journey, why they do what they do, and dropping off nuggets to inspire others. And we have a person here who I just met, and he make moves. And the moves he make are quiet, powerful, reserved. Who we got here today? You like that intro?
I did.
Who we got here today?
I'm Gary Jordan. I produce film and TV, developing my own screenplays and teleplays. Started out in the music industry doing A&R work and artist management and development, and did a little bit of real estate flipping back in the day before the market crashed. Mm-hmm. Born and raised on the east side in Decatur, so shout out to all the homies that's moving here. Like, I feel like every black person in America or the world should come and live here with us.
That's what it seems like.
Shout out from the A, man. Y'all come on down.
Look at you. You got traveling tourism.
Yeah.
So my question for you is, I got three main ones. Mm-hmm. With your start, what was your origin? So when you were in high school, think back, what was the vision for yourself back then?
Well, I mean, I've always wanted something big, but didn't know what it was. I wasn't one of those people that had a very clear vision for my life with regards to, I want to do this, and I want to tap
Okay, so it wasn't linear, like I'm going to be an accountant. Now, were you active? Were you active in high school?
I was active socially.
Not events? I mean, not like basketball team, football team?
Nah. Everything was social, bro. I wasn't doing nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? I had a car. I had a job. I started working at 14, so you know what I'm saying? So I was like... Were you throwing parties back then? No, I wasn't throwing parties. I was just a regular social guy. You know
regular social.
I was searching. So I spent like at least 20 years just searching, trying a little bit of everything, being active in all the ways that I could, looking for the thing. Like, because I always knew I wanted to retire young. And by retire,
so you knew that?
Yeah, I wanted to not work for someone my entire life. I wanted to give something for myself, to myself. So that I figured retirement would be that special gift, but I just didn't know how it would get
turn it this way. Okay, because you over there. Okay, so you knew, there you go, facing you. So you knew that you wanted to do something big. Mm-hmm. You wanted to retire. And what was your first, did you go to college?
Nope, I did not.
So you went straight out of high school
to started working. Yeah.
What was the first field you were in?
I started out in customer service just because, like, from a regular working 9-to-5 situation, I wanted something relatively easy because I didn't want to burn myself out. Like, again, I'm looking for something big, so I'm working because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? You get older, you join the workforce, you pay bills, and so on and so forth. But that just wasn't enough for me. I was not prepared to be in zombie mode. So the main thing was just searching for opportunities. Mm-hmm. Search for opportunities. Did
you have mentors during this time, or was it just you? How did that work?
Well, with regards to mentors, it's been very interesting. I've had people that introduced me to opportunities and put me in spaces, but did not show me how to operate in those spaces.
You think they were intimidated, or they?
Nah. Like, most people are just busy. You know
busy.
What I'm saying? Yeah, just busy. Yeah. Like, so I got a guy who put me on with regards to film and television. His name is Ty Walker. And his wife, Keisha Perry Walker, they put me on. Like, she introduced me to him. Like, when I decided to make the transition from music to film and TV, she's an entertainment attorney here in town. I called her, asked her, like, who do we know that does film and television? How do I get in? She introduced me to her husband, Ty. He put me on, but he works nonstop. So he brought me on, gave me my first job on set, so on and so forth. Just, check it out, look at everything. But, he's busy.
And you know what, I find a lot of that too, that the people that are entrepreneurs and in these industries, they're very busy.
Yes.
And one thing I'm trying to figure out is, does work-life balance exist in Atlanta? What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, it can, and you just have to be very intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be very intentional about reclaiming your time. Like, I'm not in that whole like grind mode anymore, and sleep when you die. It's like, no, I want 8
People
hours.
are really like that too.
I want 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want 8 hours. I want days during the week where I don't do anything that I don't want to do.
When did you shift to that quality of life mentality?
Man, I burned out in 2017, like straight up crashed and burned. So,
how old were you?
7 years ago. Shit, I don't know. 30. That was mid-30s.
Mid-30s, just burnt out. You remember when you burnt out?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What was you doing when you burnt out? Give us the play. What was you like? That's it. Like, what happened? You knock over cameras. What you do?
Nah. So it was 4/20 of 2017. I was running a business. Me and the homie Ty Walker that I was telling you about, and 2 other people. We were running a cigar lounge right around the corner from here called Trilogy. So we were owner operators. It was 4/20. And I was burnt out, didn't know it. I was depressed and didn't know it. I had a whole lot of like undiagnosed symptoms. So I'm just moving around because I'm in the nightlife era at that time. So it's like we're getting owner's privileges. Like you pull up over here, they're showing you love because you got your own spot. And they got so it's like come drink top shelf, come do this, come do that. Like whenever we moved around, it was always love. So we ended up at Medusa at a Martell party because one of our brand partners was running Martell at the time. And yeah, bro, like we went out. We were at Medusa, and then I woke up chained to a hospital bed, like handcuffs, like boom, boom, like. So apparently I had flipped my truck over and didn't even know it. Like I didn't. I had no recollection of the accident. I had a homie in the car with me. He's fine. So I didn't have a cell phone. Like I just woke up and chained to a bed, and I thought that someone was stealing my organs. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the nurse came in. It was like, oh, he's awake. And then the police came in and like, oh yeah, we're finna go take a ride. And then so I was forced to sit down.
Imagine waking up to that. That's traumatic.
Yeah, bro. But I mean, it was necessary. So like that's when I realized
he had to slow down.
Yeah, I was doing more harm than good, even though I was in perpetual motion. It wasn't the right type of perpetual motion. I wasn't paying attention to myself in the way that I needed to be paying attention to myself. So that was a wake-up call. That forced me to slow down. I started therapy shortly after that, tapped into myself, learned some things about myself, got some tools for growth support, because I knew I needed to grow, but I didn't know how. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So yeah, so it was a self-discovery.
So let me ask you this. Thank you for sharing that. Do you feel like, do you get to share that with other young grinding professionals? Do you get to share it like that to them?
Yeah.
Because they need to hear that. Like, seriously.
Burnout is real. I say burnout is real all the time. You feel me? I say pay attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? People like, oh, I'm taking naps. Relax. Enjoy your nap. Call me. Let's. You know what I'm saying? Like, self-care is key. Like that's what
it's not just a word. You have to do it.
It's a lifestyle.
So let me ask you this: what do you do for enjoyment when you're not doing production stuff like that? What's your detached thing that you do?
I sit in a room and watch film and television.
It's the same thing though.
Yeah.
So that's your thing is your thing.
My thing is my thing. So it's like that's the thing. Making the thing that you love your actual thing. Like that's when I realized that okay, this is a part of self-care. Doing things that you care about is a part of self-care, because self-care just means giving back to yourself. So the thing that you love, you get to move into that space and contribute to that in that space, and then you can build a life from it. That's the ultimate form of self-care.
So let me ask you, if you're on vacation, if you go to the cruise or island, what are you doing? You wake up in the morning, what are you doing? Are you out or you watching film?
Nah.
He like,
I'm not super hermity like that. Like because intention is key. So it's like when it's relaxation time, I sit and I will stare out of this window at this view for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just take it in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Have a nice drink, like just sit and get into a nice little zone and just enjoy life. Because I was watching one of these movies and I forget what it was, but it was based over in Asia where this guy was working in this town or village with all these Asian people and so on and so forth. And whenever the wind would blow, they would all stop and just let the breeze just like hit him. Like, so he's like working, and he's like, everybody else is just kind of just standing there just soaking it in. It's like, yeah, the wind's blowing. It's like, nah, bro, that's a gift. Like a breeze is a gift. You feel me? So it's like, so it's like now I low key take that mindset to where like I have to at least try to be something like that. I can't stop every time the wind blows and enjoy the breeze, but I have to create those types of moments. So if I am on vacation, if I am on a cruise, I'm gonna sit out on deck and I hate being up at sunrise, but if I can watch the sunrise, I will. If I can watch the sun go down, I will. Like if I can, like I try to take as much time as possible for myself and just be still and quiet.
That's awesome.
When I'm not being social, because being social is also a gift.
With the way the industry is in 2024, what advice, and if you say I ain't in it no more, that's fine, but I'm at least ask you, what advice would you give a musician who's into, rapping and stuff like that? What advice you give to him about entering into it present day?
Hey, do it.
Just do it.
Do it. Move here. Like if the part of the question includes like, should I move to Atlanta? And because Atlanta, yes, it can happen for you here. I would suggest everyone move here. Mm-hmm. But the thing about it is you have to have clearness of like conception and depth of design with regards to who you are and what your value proposition is. What are you bringing? We don't need you per se. We want you, but we like.
So that's some mature stuff that you talking. That's mature.
You have to give yourself an opportunity to grow. So yeah, rapping is cool, but you need to realize what's happening here. Film and television is here now.
That's where we at.
We can't do nothing in film and television without music. So you should look at like sync licensing. You should look at film scoring. You should look at like all things with regards to music publishing, development of talent.
Look at the industry, not just being on stage.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we don't need another artist. We do need more business people, and we always need creatives.
My man. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for your time.